Tatraiva cha sukhasinam purnachandra nibhananam Nilendi varadama bhamudyanmarakata prabham. Rāma saw there Mother Pārvatī, who was seated gracefully, with a countenance resembling the full moon, whose form was like a garland of blue lotus with the shining resplendence of emerald. Mukta bharana sangyuktang ratring taranchitamiva Vindhyā kshitidharotungak uchabhara bharalasam. Rāma saw Mother Parvati, who was decked with an ornament of pearls, resembling the night sky pervaded by stars, and whose gait was slow by virtue of bearing the weight of breasts as high as the Vindhyā mountain. Sadasat sanshaya vishtang madhya deshantaram baram divya bharana sangyuktang divya gandhanulepanam. Rāma saw Mother Parvati, the most exalted, whose waist gave rise to doubt whether it was existent or non-existent, bedecked with divine ornaments and anointed with divine sandalwood paste. Divyamalyam baradharam nilandi varalochanam alakod bhasi vadanang tambulagrasa shobhitam. Rāma saw Mother Pārvatī, who was wearing a divine garland, with eyes like the blue lotus, with a shining countenance surrounded by locks of hair, and beautiful by partaking of betel leaves. Shiva lingana sangjata pulakod bhava sigraham satchidananda rupadhyang jaganmataramambikam. Rāma saw Mother Pārvatī, the cause of the world and the mother of all, whose beautiful body was aglow with ecstatic horripilations resulting from embracing the form of Lord Shiva, who is of the nature of existence, consciousness, and bliss. Saundarya sarasang dohang tadarsha raghunandanaha svavavasana sangyuktan nana yudhala satkaran. Rāma saw Mother Pārvatī, who is the very essence of beauty. He also saw the gods, mounted on their respective vehicles, their arms lustrous with various weapons. Brihadrathantaradini samani parigayataha svasvakanta samayuktan dikpalan paritastitan. Rāma saw them chanting the Samaveda hymns like the Brihadratantara, surrounded by the guardians of the quarters, accompanied by their respective consorts. Agragang garudarudhang sankhya chakra gadadharam kalang buddha pratikashang vidyut kantya shriyayutam. Rāma saw Lord Vishnu coming first, mounted on Garuda, with his conch, disc, and mace, luminous like dark water-laden clouds, and accompanied by Lakshmi, shining like lightning. Japanta me kamanasa rudradhyayang janardanam paschat chaturmukhang devang brahmanang hangsavahanam. Rāma saw Lord Vishnu reciting the Sri Rudram hymn with one pointed attention, and then God Brahma with his 4 faces seated on the swan. Chaturvaktrash-chaturveda Rudra Suktair Maheshwaram Stuvantang Bharati Yuktang Dirgha Kurchang Jatadharam. Rāma saw that Brahma praising the Supreme Lord with all his four faces, with hymns addressed to him taken from the four Vedas, with long beard and wearing matted locks of hair, accompanied by his consort Saraswati. Namaste. So in this passage, we are treated to a description of the beauty of Mother Pārvatī, Shiva's consort, Uma, Maya, Shiva. She has so many names. And each of her names is the opposite of Shiva's names. Shiva, Shiva. Bhairava, Bhairavi. Maheshwara, Maheshwari, and so on. So for every name of Shiva, there's a name of Ma that balances it, counteracts it. And we see this in the world, that the beauty of the world, which cannot be duplicated by any amount of fine art, although here the writer gives it a good try. He describes her in some virtuoso Sanskrit poetry that is really wonderful to read and contemplate. But we cannot really put her beauty into words, because it is she who gives us life. She creates the world, or she is the world. And she pervades it with her own beauty. Her beauty is reflected in the beauty of nature. And even when nature is awesome or violent, as in big storms and stuff like that, it's still beautiful. And if we can detach ourselves from our human values, we can see that beauty even in the midst of great natural tragedies and destruction. So this creation and destruction are all in time. They're all in the world. And they're all part of Maya, that which is not. Why? Because it's not eternal. It's temporary, it's changeable, it's transient, impermanent. Whereas Shiva exists always. He is never born and never dies. And she exists along with him because she is actually part of him. But sometimes she is manifest and sometimes not. This is the mystery of Maya. Her existence or non-existence cannot be explained rationally, philosophically, logically. It's a conundrum because although she exists along with Shiva, as a part of Shiva, as one half of his body, it's described. Still, her manifestation, the world, is like a mirage. It comes before our eyes and then magically dissolves. And we can't explain how it's happening. I mean, the scientists knock themselves out trying to explain all the phenomena in the material world. But they're always left baffled at the end by some new level of phenomena beyond their comprehension. So they're just always guessing. Maybe it's like this, or it could be like that. Perhaps. You come across these words in scientific papers. Such and such may be the cause of so-and-so. But they don't really know because they don't go back to the ultimate cause, Shiva and Shakti. This is their disease. They're atheists. So we're not atheists. We have great love for Shiva and Shakti. We worship them. We adore them. We appreciate their beauty because they are the reality. And when we comprehend them, or when we better build a relationship with them, then everything becomes clear. It's no longer such a mystery, because we can always go back and say, oh, this is Shiva, or this is Shakti, or this is the relationship, the dance between Shiva and Shakti, showing us the nature of reality. So one should meditate on them. One should worship them. The Shiva lingam, as we have pointed out many times, the phallic representation of formless Shiva, and the base of the Shiva lingam is the yoni, the womb of creation, the Mother Pārvatī. They are both present, and they are both there symbolically in the lingam and its base. So we should worship them. And I'm not going to try to describe the result of that worship because it's indescribable, but it can be experienced. That's the point. If you do what is described in the scriptures, you get the result, which cannot be described. But we can say it's prasan atma, because they are the atma, they are the self of the world and beyond the world. And when they are pleased, automatically we are pleased. So, of course, there are many gods and goddesses that one can worship, but none have the scope, the breadth, the depth of Shiva and Shakti. So whenever Shiva appears, Shakti appears also. Wherever he is, she is not far away, and vice versa. So whenever we glorify or worship or adore either of them, or contemplate their wonderful qualities, the other one is also there. There is no competition. Not like there's a war between the devotees of Shiva and the devotees of Shakti, although one may naturally prefer one or the other. That's all right. But realize that they are ultimately one, Brahman. You could think of Shakti as the shadow of Shiva in the light of Brahman. Another description is that Shiva is the reflection of Brahman in Maya. This is a very revealing metaphor, because Maya is full of qualities, but Brahman has no qualities. So for Brahman to show up in the world at all, he has to be reflected by Maya. He has to be given qualities. He has to have qualities superimposed upon him. And these qualities are described in detail in his 1,000 names. We're working on a video of the 1,000 names, but it's hard because the Sanskrit is difficult. And it's going to take some more time. But soon we'll have it out and you'll be able to practice, or at least hear, these 1,000 names of Shiva. And remember, for each name of Shiva, there's a name of Shakti. She and he are one. So then the appearance of Vishnu and Brahma are described. And what are they doing? Praising Shiva, using the classic prayers given in the scriptures. So if that's what they're doing, why should we do anything else? Especially in the beginning, one should follow the forms and formulas given in the scriptures, because this will give you a basis to develop and expand your relationship with Shiva and Shakti. Therefore, we're publishing so many videos on different prayers and stuff. If you look through our catalog, linked in the video description here, you will see so many prayers and ceremonies for Shiva and Shakti, so many mantras and so on. And these should be heard and contemplated, because these are the basis of love of God. And if it's good enough even for Vishnu and Brahma, it's certainly good enough for us. Yes, after some time, a spontaneous relation will develop. But that comes from their side, not from our side. They reveal themselves to us spontaneously, actually according to our needs. And they know our needs better than we do, because they created us. Om Tat Sat. Om Shakti Om. Om Namah Shivaya.